Can we all just get along, man? Hit the like button coming in. Subscribe to the channel. Can we all just get along? Now, 50 Cent, we all know that 50 and Jay-Z's, beef has how can I put this, y'all? The fire between, the beef between Jay-Z and 50 Cent has now it's been restarted. Let's just say that. And I don't want to say it's nothing serious because to me, it's not nothing serious. But if you Jay, if the consistency from 50 Cent keep coming from, things said about him, it can get kind of annoying. And don't y'all think for 1 minute that these people are so big so to the point that they don't pay attention to anything that anybody else said. They're just too busy in their own world. That's not true. Jay is hearing every single thing that 50 Cent is saying about him. Now, 50 went on to, he had an interview with MSNBC. And he was saying that, Future said in the streets that he's bigger than Jay-Z. That's what this guy named Ari Melber, the one who interviewed 50 Cent, that's what he said, that they're saying that Future is bigger than Jay-Z in the streets. And 50 said, yeah, he's way bigger. He said there's consistent music from him that didn't chart, that are huge records that people love and appreciate. But then 50 also said that Future don't have the chart-topping success of Jay-Z, which is true. But Future is going to have to be a number one internally because of those records that didn't chart. And that later in his career, they're not going to look at the stats and say we should pay this kind of money because of records that were great on the street. But elsewhere during that interview, 50 was asked on his take on whether Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, and Nas are the top three rappers. And he went on to say from that point that they're all still good artists, but not all the time. So the consistency, plays its part with that. But Nas is a living legend, if you ask me. But my thoughts on this whole thing, yes, Future is bigger than Jay-Z in the streets because Jay-Z is not in the streets. Jay-Z is corporate. Do I agree with every move that Jay-Z make business-wise? No. But if we're going to say, have a debate, which really isn't a debate, on who's bigger in the streets, then Future is. But 50 knows exactly what he's doing, man. He's poking at Jay. He's trying to get him to, I guess, respond in a way to where they can have, I guess, what we could say a potential versus between the two. On who's bigger, who's a bigger legendary, like who music catalog is better or bigger than the other. 50 versus Jay versus. I can feel that being a potential type of move if business-wise, if it's done right. And some people may think, man, Jay ain't got time for that. Y'all got to look at this. Jay-Z ain't doing nothing now. I know it may look like he's busy. Jay-Z ain't doing nothing now. But would he battle 50? I don't think Jay would do that. I don't think Jay has the confidence to feel like he could take on 50 musically. Now, don't get me wrong, Jay-Z is a hip-hop legend, but I don't think he can go up with 50. And I'm not saying that to try to get somebody to be like, oh, you think that Jay can't do it? And then, if Jay or somebody from his camp hear this video and Jay think, oh, he trying to throw the bait. No, I ain't trying to throw no bait, really. I don't think Jay-Z, he has a lot of great songs, but 50 wrote his music. Not saying Jay-Z didn't, but 50 has more originality of an artist And Jay-Z, you know, he tends to, get some of his work or some of his thought process from other artists. Biggie, Pop. I mean, we can name on some more. Jay-Z originality really isn't the same or can be compared to the likes of 50 Cent when it comes down to him being an artist and how the way he think. Like 50, like how the way he thinks of things from his perspective, and he doesn't really need to be, using anyone else's lyrics and putting them in his songs as if it's his. He doesn't need to feel like that he has to borrow anything from anybody, period, because he's original. Jay-Z has some songs where he's original too, but the originality kind of lacks of consistency on Jay's behalf, but that doesn't take away from his songs, but he's not as original. And me, I'm big on originality. But I feel like 50 is trying to poke at Jay to get some sort of type of musical type of battle to form, because 50 didn't like how the way Jay-Z tried to block him out of the Super Bowl performance. Because if it wasn't for Eminem reaching out to 50 because Eminem is a loyal person, then 50 wouldn't have been a part of it. But if Eminem wasn't loyal and he didn't really care about 50, he was just still, did his performance and everything like that and wouldn't try to vouch for 50 or saying that, okay, if he's not going to be a part of it and I'm not doing it either, if Eminem didn't say that, then 50 wouldn't have been a part of the Super Bowl performance. But Jay didn't want 50% a part of that. So ever since then, it's been on. It's been on. It's been on up since then. And since that moment, 50 went on to talk about how, Jay-Z, got his hair did like the style of a homosexual painter, allegedly. That Jay-Z has the style of his hair the same way as him. He said that in the Big Boys interview. And now he's saying that that Future is a bigger artist than Jay-Z, because when you look at it, y'all, Future really is in the streets. In the streetwise, he is. But who's really paying attention? Who really cares? Not saying that people don't or people shouldn't, but I want to know the amount of people like that really care about who's really big in the streets. Does the streets really have that same, hold as it used to have in the early 2000s when it come down to music, or the 90s? Do people really still pay attention and really care about that? Because in Jay-Z's mind, he's not really thinking that that's much of a big deal. Because, I mean, you could be a big artist in the streets, but what is that really putting money in your pockets? 50 ain't, his music is still consistent to this day. But as far as the kids that's listening, the younger audiences that are listening to rap music now, to them, 50 may not be the biggest artist in the streets. If you were to ask who's the bigger artist between 50 Cent or Future, if you want to change it up like that, it's because 50 don't need to. He's behind the scenes. He did his part already. He got a legendary album, classic album, Get Rich or Die Trying. Classic album, The Massacre. You know what I mean? So he's doing things from the business standpoint, not the same as Jay-Z, but it's different. But they're both in the business field. They're both behind the scenes. Now, 50 is an executive producer. I don't know what Jay-Z is doing as far as in film-wise, but Jay-Z is in the business side of things when it comes to sports or the NFL. So do it really matter who's bigger in the streets? I don't think so. Because, people grow. It's growth. But if we're talking about originality, 50 Cent has that. Future has that. Jay-Z has a portion of that. And I feel like, yes, if we're talking about today's generation, yes, then Future is a bigger artist than, Jay-Z in the streets. Because Future's music relates to the kids, the younger generation. That's what they gravitate to when they want to listen to things that motivate them, get them prepared for a game or whatever it is that, they getting prepared for. Future is that, he is that tune that can be a go-to tune, for most of these younger generations out here with these kids, man. So it's 50 just poking at Jay again. I mean, what DMX said, here we go again. You know, so it's just another one of those media headlines that, 50 just, just being 50. That's all. That's my thoughts on it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, Sensei Reality TV, live, love, laugh, stay military minded, keep God first, y'all, and stay focused on you. Get to that bag. GMG. Get money what? Get money gang. So yeah, man. One love. Peace to all. Sensei Reality TV. We'll holler at you later. I'll holler at you later. And that's it.